Kiss My Badge, match week 22, previewing the best league in the world by the fans for the fans. Our next game, Chelsea versus Burnley. Chelsea, not so good lah, but they are up there, top 6. They will be home to Burnley. The last time they met, Chelsea won 4-2.
Away from home.
Away at Burnley. So it seems that Chelsea do have the firepower, but they have been up and down.
Yeah, inconsistent.
I mean, if you were to judge them by their last game, which is against Brighton, they only managed to draw the game because of that wonder goal.
Yeah.
Which honestly speaking, it is no wonder. I mean, have you seen like the Gareth Bale bicycle kick or the Cristiano Ronaldo bicycle kick? Yeah. Those were wonder, because those were like very high up. Those guys were literally up in the air.
The heading Ronaldo heading, is it you're talking about?
I mean, that is pure like that was talent. That one like even the Wayne Rooney against
Manchester City.
I think that is probably like one of the best, if not the best, bicycle kicks. Right? So that match one, I feel like is absolutely taiko kind lah, because just happened to
basically Chelsea didn't kill off the game lah.
Yes.
And they allowed Brighton.
No, but I watched the highlight. I didn't watch the game, but when I watched the highlight, Brighton was like hanging there by the cliff kind. They basically parked the bus. That's why Chelsea couldn't kill the game. Like Chelsea played well enough to go to the final third,
but cannot
go through because parked the bus.
What do you think?
I just want to say something about Chelsea. Frank Lampard took over, and we know that they have a very young team. I didn't expect them to be in the top 4. Now currently they are, I think, fourth in the table. They are, to me, they are punching above their weight because they are using so many youngsters, which is very very talented players like Abraham and Hudson-Odoi and Mount, Pulisic. Even Pulisic, they have one or two senior players like Kante and Jorginho. Okay, so at the back also is youngsters. So I think they have been doing well. I think the first few months they have been very good, but for December it's always a rojak man. Okay, so for December they drop. They have suddenly become 1 win 1 loss, 1 win 1 loss, 1 win 1 loss. So that is either 1 win 1 loss or 1 win 1 draw. So if followed by that statistics, then this is going to be an easy game for them because they drew the last game, right? Which they were supposed to not win, and they're going to win this game. For me,
and they were just want to say that they were fortunate to win Arsenal 2-1. last few minutes only scored 2 goals.
Wait, but I mean, we shall agree to disagree. But I felt like they deserve to win only because Arsenal switched off during second half.
Yes, I think also like for most Arsenal fans, right, Ben Leno is definitely one of the better performing players this season, and he was the one who caused the equalizer. If he did not flap that cross, then I don't think Chelsea would have a way back.
We are not blaming him because he has saved us a lot.
Yes,
during Unai Emery's time.
Mistakes happen, right? So kudos to Chelsea for fighting till the end because they could have settled for a 1-1 draw.
Yeah, but the thing is, where was VAR to give Jorginho his second yellow card and get that red card? Come on.
That I agree. I feel
I also agree. He should have been off.
If he's off, it's 10 players, right?
10 players, and he wouldn't score. And Arsenal could have actually controlled the midfield more, and more chances could have been created. So it's this very very fine one, and I still stand by my opinion that this season VAR sucks.
Really, right?
I mean, if he didn't commit that foul against was it? Okay, I forgot who was it, but if he didn't commit that foul
against Torreira, I think,
and he just continued to play, I mean, Chelsea continued to play in that same vein, they would have still won the game. I mean, you cannot discount that.
Could have equalized.
I mean, correct. They equalized and eventually went for the win. But you see, if you take away this VAR element, Arsenal didn't play well second half. You just have to,
they are a team in transition.
Correct. So that's why I feel like for Chelsea in that sense, right? Like they know how to go out to go for the wins, but they're just very unfortunate. Like against Brighton, I was hoping that they will win. Easy game for them.
Yeah.
But then draw.
I think that's
come on.
that's the some advantage and disadvantage of having a young team.
Yeah.
When you have a young team, you just play with your heart at your sleeves, right?
Yeah.
You just go like for Arsenal game, they go for the win until the last minute. Even though maybe the manager say, okay, let's just go and settle for a draw, but they are young men. They wants to go for the win.
Yeah.
They are just all out. Then against Brighton, maybe that all out gung ho attitude, right? Suddenly cost them because maybe too much trying to go forward, but they cannot get the second goal. Maybe they get frustrated and then pump. One miraculous goal goes in. I just want to say that after all the bicycle kick goals that was mentioned just now, right, the one that I was still very, very much amazed by is that Andy Carroll's bicycle kick for West Ham. Check it out if you have the time. The power of that bicycle kick itself, the power of the shot is like somebody volleyed the ball frontal instead of a bicycle kick. It was, to me, that is the best bicycle kick I've ever seen.
Good goal lah. So what's your score prediction?
My score prediction would be a easy 2-0 kind of win for Chelsea.
Yeah.
At Stamford Bridge.
Yeah, for me, Burnley is having a nightmare right now. I think they have not been playing well. 3-0.
3-0. I would also say 3-0. Okay, let's move on to the next game. Leicester versus Southampton. Leicester is at home at King Power Stadium. The last time they met is a history in the history books.
9-0.
Leicester won 9-0 away.
Yeah.
Right now they are at home. But Southampton did get better and they are on a kind of a uphill.
And
right now,
surprisingly, Southampton is one of those who are at the relegation zone that did not sack their manager. So suddenly with this rich vein of form, 4 or 5 games in a row, 4 or 5 games unbeaten, they have jumped out from the relegation zone right now to number 12. It will be an interesting game. But for me, this Jamie Vardy has been rested for 2 games, paternity leave. The wife just gave birth. So 2 games not on the squad, not in the squad, first 11, not in the bench. But Leicester still winning and still keeping clean sheets. And
Southampton won Chelsea.
Yes.
2-0
at Stamford Bridge.
At Stamford Bridge, and Southampton also won 1-0 to Spurs.
Yes.
At home last Southampton. So they did. I mean, against the two big teams, they won. So they might.
They have a striker that is red hot in form also. I think the 2 most red hot in form strikers is Danny Ings and Calvert-Lewin of Everton. So Danny Ings has the experience. He may steal 1 goal or 2, but to me, Leicester is still
Leicester
too strong.
all the way.
Leicester is still too strong. Yeah.
Too strong.
Yeah. It will temporarily end Southampton's good run. I think it will still be a Leicester victory. They have too much. You see the last game against Newcastle away. Madison's goal was fantastic. Their passing was very good. Vardy wasn't playing.
I was watching it just to say, right, their passing wasn't that good. 2 of the goals
was a giveaway by the defender.
By defender Newcastle, right?
Yeah, I think the number 20 for Newcastle gave the first goal away. Then he also gave the second goal away. So Leicester, that's the thing. With Leicester, you cannot give an opportunity for them because they will take it, and they are playing without the league's top goal scorer. So that, in another way, just a bit out of the topic, it's pretty amazing when Liverpool beat them 4-0. Not because of the scoreline of 4-0, but because Leicester didn't have a single shot on goal. So that to me is more impressive than the 4-0 scoreline. Yeah, but for this game, Leicester against Saints, with a bit of more rest that they are having now, I think it will be too strong. Easy one.
What's the score?
I'm going for like a 3-0, 4-0. They definitely score, and of course, impending Vardy's return, he will probably be hungry to maintain his top scorer.
Yeah, correct.
So he'll be like, guys, I missed out 2 games. Let me contribute. Step up to that.
I think Leicester's defense is something that is underrated because people is hardly mentioning the defense because of Vardy's attack, but their defense is
strong.
Very solid. Ricardo Pereira and Soyuncu or something.
He's bloody.
He's good,
very good man. He's calm and he's skillful. For a centre back, you need to be strong also, and he is very strong.
And he doesn't
also.
overcommit like David Luiz. He doesn't panic like Socrates. You know.
So actually, Leicester got a good deal selling off
Maguire.
Mr. Maguire and then getting to Soyuncu.
And he's good at corners, at set pieces as well, right?
Yeah. Apparently, they were calling him the ball playing centre back because he had the most passes or something like that. One of the
Can see.
He's Turkish, right? Soyuncu.
Yeah.
I think he's Turkish.
Yeah. So what's your score prediction?
For me, it will be Leicester 3-1 or 4-1.